Hillary, I have to ask you a question that has been plaguing me for a while. How did you kill Jeffrey Epstein? Because you're not in power, but you have all the power. I really need to understand how you do what you do. Because you seem to be behind everything nefarious, and yet you do not use it to become president. What is the game plan?
Well, Trevor.
But honestly, though, what does it feel like being the boogeyman of the right?
Well, it's a constant surprise to me. Because the things they say, and now, of course, it's on steroids with being online, are so ridiculous beyond any imagination that I could have. And yet they are so persistent in putting forth these crazy ideas and theories. Honestly, I don't know what I ever did to get them so upset.
It's this fucking thought. I cannot believe this shit.
So I got really heated
when
I saw this.
If you think about it for more than just like the first surface level thought of like repulsion, it is like so much more depraved than anything almost I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it is. So it's like deeply offensive on a couple different levels.
I mean, first let's take a look at what she is laughing about.
Well, actually, even before we talk about fucking Crooked Hillary, I want to talk about this asshat Trevor Noah.
This little bitch.
And this fucking show that's allegedly called The Daily Show. Okay, so the way that these like dumbass things work is that, you know, Hillary Clinton and Chelsea, her fucking kid, Chelsea Clinton, you know, they're told prior to all of that they're not going to answer any questions.
This has been rehearsed.
This has been rehearsed. This is not a surprise. So this is a bit coming from the ingenuity of Trevor Noah's writer's room.
Mm-hmm.
And, actually, I do have a question. Is this coming from their writing room, or is this coming from Hillary's people?
It could be. I could be a combination of both.
Yeah, my suspicion is it's probably Trevor's people that were like, we've got this idea, we want to float it on you, we think it'd be really funny.
I mean, they're all Hillary people in one way or another.
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, God knows what the salaries are to fucking late night writing room.
I mean, even if they're bad, I mean, they're all the kind of people who are like about Bernie and stuff like that.
Anyway. You know, first of all, the question, how did you kill Jeffrey Epstein?
Yeah.
That's what he says, right?
I believe so.
And then he moves on to, because it seems like you're always in power, but you're never in power?
Yeah, so he asked her, like, how did you kill Jeffrey Epstein? And she laughs, and the audience, you know, is
everyone laughs. It's so crazy. Everyone is so crazy.
Oh, this South African. I don't know if it's about that, but it's asking her this question. But then he just answers it by being like, well, of course it's a joke, you know. It's just crazy. These people prescribe basically this power to you that you so clearly don't have. That like anything, you know, related to the Clintons is just this mad conspiracy, because obviously you're just a woman trying to make her way in the world.
Yeah, gutsy woman.
You're just another gutsy woman. By the way, the women in that book, Eva Braun.
No.
Margaret Thatcher.
Marine Le Pen, which was a kind of a late ad.
I did think that was a little strange, but, you know, she defied her father. Took the party from him. And it's like they're mocking the idea of the fact that Hillary Clinton has some power in the world, that she's just like some simple woman who's the same as you or me.
She's some sitting at home freaking mom, grandma, and not the former Secretary of State, not the former
First Lady,
the presumptive first female president, by the way. Which I love the idea that it's like, you know, you're always on the side of wrong. How did you not use that nefarious power to get to be
You're
president. And it's
self-elected.
like, well, I guess because the good light of Professor Dr. Trump stopped him.
Yeah.
Stopped her, bitch.
It's crazy. It's like
The framing is
it's
insane.
absurd. And like the other thing is or one of the many other things is that they are laughing on TV. Like Hillary Clinton, Jeffrey Epstein to you or me, to anybody listening to this, is somebody we've never met, we've never been in the same room with, we've never known probably anybody who's ever met. But Hillary Clinton has met Jeffrey Epstein. Hillary Clinton's husband flew around Africa with Jeffrey Epstein. Hillary Clinton, like, her family is intimately connected
Ghislaine
to the Epsteins.
Maxwell was seated.
Aisle seat.
Yeah, front row seat at Chelsea's wedding.
Well, not front. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
it was basically,
She was 3 rows back.
whatever.
But like she's got, you're fucking watching Chelsea Clinton's wedding over and over on YouTube like I am. She's there, motherfucker. She's peeking out on the aisle.
So the absolute gall of this fucking bitch
This
To-
demonic crawfish.
to laugh on national television that a man who ran in circles with some of the wealthiest people, which, by the way, the same circles with Hillary Clinton and her husband.
Exactly. I mean, that is literally like that is not a Venn diagram. That is just a circle.
To laugh at the idea that this man who ran in all these elite circles across the globe, who ran a fucking sex trafficking ring,
Yep.
along with a guest of honor at her daughter's wedding, to laugh at everyone on national television that would suggest that perhaps there is a massive cover-up happening in order to keep those who might be, our quote-unquote problematic faves from being implicated.
Yeah. I mean,
Like
it's
laughing in our fucking faces.
literally laughing in our fucking faces in New York in some fucking television studio with some other motherfucker who all he does, I mean, Trevor Noah, of course, should be in a prison made for him. He should be on an island by himself. But like, it's her and her daughter on here. Like, Chelsea, how could you laugh about this? This is one of your friend's best friends. It is not like, this isn't like us talking about Epstein and making jokes. These are people who were fucking friends with Epstein. Like, and if they're laughing about it, imagine what they're fucking laughing about when they're talking about you.
Seriously. And, this gets into another thing, which is that, we always say on this podcast that Epstein is a lens through which to kind of understand these sort of larger depredations.
Yeah.
That we, and the kind of, structures and people that govern and shape the misery of our everyday life.
He's a narrative.
Yeah, it's a useful way to see how these kind of different, powers, whether it's in finance or technology or defense or intelligence or sex trafficking or, fucking what have you, international, which we'll get to with fucking Mrs. Hillary Clinton, how all of these kind of disparate entities come together to really to shape our everyday lives.
Exactly. Like these people, like the people that Epstein was connected with, again, they are not like random people who are living in apartments in New York City who don't, have any effect on your life. These people shape every second of every day of your entire life. We're talking earlier about Ghislaine rubbing shoulders with Jeff Bezos. Of course, Epstein himself was friends with Jeff Bezos. They went to a dinner together in 2011. Like these people are their friends. They're not friends with you. They're friends with each other.
Yeah, and
all their businesses and all their political schemings, all those things, those are connected to each other. And like those shape every second of your life.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to sound like QAnon people here where we're talking about, these are the people who control your life. Mm-hmm. But it's true that, when we have an episode about healthcare, that's connected.
Yeah.
Hillary Clinton laughing on television about justice not being served is an example of the exact kind of impunity we're fucking talking about.
Exactly.
I watched that and I mean, I fucking lost it. First of all, the lack of care for actual victims is disgusting.
Yeah, like your fucking husband who is accused of rape by multiple people and who I mean, I don't know what you want to call what he did with Monica Lewinsky, but it certainly wasn't 100% consensual if you're the fucking president. Is like I'm sorry, he was on the plane. I can't get over that. He was on the plane with fucking Kevin Spacey and Jeffrey Epstein flying around Africa. The fuck do you think they were doing? Like,
Well,
we don't really elaborate on it because we don't know exactly. But like, I mean, one can guess what they were doing without the prying eyes of the American press. Or
I just think it's really telling to kind of watch the way that joke was structured in order to kind of make a point about like fake news and Hillary's haters or whatever.
Well, it's just a vast right-wing conspiracy.
Exactly. And it's really, you know, I have to say that it's really fucking disgusting and not indicative at all of any kind of quote unquote gutsy woman to use Jeffrey Epstein as a way to buttress their own public reputation while not even fucking mentioning the wake of underage bodies that this man left, or, you know, the trail of underage bodies that this man left in his wake for 20 years.
Yeah, like you knew this. I'm sorry, if one of my friends was the most high-profile sex trafficker in the entire world, I think I would have guessed. And like it's like these gutsy when I'm sure it's like in their book, I'm sure it's like Rosa Parks, Hillary Clinton, Chelsea Clinton, etc. Like I think women like Johanna Schoberg and Virginia Giuffre have a lot more, like they should be, like those women should be on national television, not fucking Chelsea and Hillary Clinton.
Right. Yeah, Chelsea Clinton, who by the way has done nothing.
Yeah, besides just be a perfect zero.
You know, the other thing that it really made me feel sick was because I was immediately reminded of the last time Hillary was on national television cackling about a man's death.
Yeah, they talk about in the interview like, oh, you had this crazy right-wing conspiracy of all these bodies, you know, in your past. She killed Muammar Gaddafi, the head of state of Libya.
And then she laughed on it on national television.
Like, that's not a conspiracy theory here. I mean, I didn't learn this on 8chan. Like,
no, I implore everyone to pull up the CBS News clip and watch her say, we came, we saw, he died, and then hear that familiar cackle.
Muammar Gaddafi was sodomized by, like, a piece of metal to death.
Yeah.
Like, now that country is, like, war-torn, slaves.
Yeah, a human and sexual and organ slave hub.
Yeah.
It is a complete and total disaster. And it's never mentioned, by the way. Libya is never mentioned.
This fucking crone just gets to go on TV and laugh about the suicide, quote unquote, of her old friend, her actual good friend's best friend, if that makes any sense, or her husband's like old travel buddy. Is one of the most grotesque things I've ever seen in my life. Everybody who works for The Daily Show, who was involved in that, or hell, who even knows the people involved in that, I hope you do some fucking fentanyl.
Well, I mean, I hope you do some soul searching.
Yeah.
Because it's really fucking disgusting. Like, it makes my skin crawl. And I think, you know, I really thought back to our conversation with Dasha when she went down to the courthouse and listened to victim statements and these really gutsy young women coming forward to tell the story of their abuse.
Yeah, and their abuse at the hands of a man who would threaten them, who said he could do things to them that we can't even imagine.
Yeah, I mean, most of what was done to them has been redacted. Let's be real.
Yeah.
So, a big old fuck you to Crooked Hillary.
Fuck my dick.
No.
Both of you. Same time.
I'm so fucking happy you are not president.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Fucking rotten hell, you dumb fucking bitch.
You came, you saw, and died. died.
I also have a double made in some mountain range. Sounds like a mountain range in love.
We came, we saw, we died.
But when I turn up the tone on my electric guitar,
Sorry, guys, I got heated.
It's okay. I
Crooked Hillary
understand.
really gets me
She
going.
sets you off.
She's my trigger.
She gives me indigestion.
I just really I had a little bit of a rough morning on social media with
Yeah.
some pushback from some, I would call them
Haters?
blue check concern trolls about the use of Epstein. And between that and Hillary Clinton, it just really, I really question people's motivation in not wanting to pay attention to this case, because where my mind goes is, oh, these are victims that don't matter.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
And I just have to say to the person on Twitter that I shall not name and their supporters, and also to fucking Crooked Hillary, that, these young girls have been being told since they were 13 by the most powerful people in the world that they do not matter. So, don't fucking join those people. They do matter.
Yeah. Plus, we got your names on a list.
Yeah. I'm sorry to just be so down. I just don't. The shit is fucked up.
Yeah.
The shit is really fucked up, and people should be angry.
Yeah, absolutely. Epstein has gone out of the news. It's not like something you're imagining. It's not in the news anymore. It's not really being reported on anymore. I mean, there's this Baden thing that came up for a couple of days, but it's been dismissed. It's already been replaced by other stuff. Certainly by the time you're listening to this, which should be 3 weeks later.
Yeah, and whatever. I don't know.
Well, fuck you. Go to hell.
Yeah. Let's think of something sweet and funny. I do really like our listeners. I will say that. And I appreciate the support from them. And I know they all feel me on this.
Defend Liz.
No, it's not me. I just mean that they understand, because they keep listening and, are very supportive of this podcast and what we're, trying to do. And I absolutely appreciate that.
Epstein ain't going away.
It ain't going away. Also, I fucking hope Hillary runs for president again so that I can not vote for her again.
Yeah, I know.
And I will do my best to get anyone I meet on the street to not fucking vote for you.
Yeah, check this out. Neither me nor Liz voted for fucking Hillary Clinton in 2016. Suck
Our
our fucking
conscience
dicks.
is clean.
Yep. Join us November 21st at the Makeout Room in San Francisco at 7 p.m. for our live show, Who Killed Jeffrey Epstein?
I would suggest getting there at 6:30.
Probably before that.
Yeah. Have a drink. Get a seat.
Free cheese pizza.
Meet up with some fellow Ep heads and get weird with us.
Okay, well, that's you got to send us out here, baby.
All right. Well, I'm Liz.
I'm Brace. We're joined by producer Young Chomsky.
Thanks for sticking with our angry rants.
This is dark TrueAnon.
Yeah. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Jeffrey Epstein.